What up, Schmoedown Rockers? More on that pouty face later, but sorry for whatever that was. But anyways, the match, the matches this week. Oh boy. Some of them are interesting though. Starting with the first ever round one of the tournament that gets aired, which wound up being Nikki DiMolano versus Ross Arcelot, which I think is the match of the day of the week for me. Because I mean, I did have Nikki, but not realizing that the Arsenal Ross, it was Ross from nowhere, and he was pretty top tier, and he would have gotten that title in the FCL. And apparently he helped Harper in a way get his FCL title. So the day ain't hurting nearly as bad, because they're going to make it spectacular and get another 7 points maybe, given how Thomas Harper is. Unless somehow, by some miracle, Molly pulls it. Which, well, or at least the fact that he could even pull a miracle by beating her husband. Holy shit. Good luck. Good luck, girl. Because if you do, you're going to have to go up against Nikki. And that seems to be like it might be a tougher feat than you think. Because if she plays... But... we'll see how it goes, but I get everyone's... Like, that was one I was a little more leery on, but I hope for Molly to pull the upset. And make me not upset as Dungeon Master. And I do, from time to time, check out her stuff. Her happy hour was pretty good with Ken and Josh, by the way. If you guys didn't check that out this weekend. But anyways, the only other thing... is apparently round one didn't exactly end because we have one more match, and then we do have a round two match. So, but yes, technically round two begins, but round one officially ends with the match between the Killer, Mike Kalinowski, and the Stingray, Paul Walter Hauser. Both well accomplished within their own fields as actors, by the way. The one making it bigger than the other, probably, in terms of at least the acting thing, while the other is clearly a bigger deal in the Schmoedown. I mean, he's holding the Intergeekdom belt, and has retained it, I believe, so, yeah. Yeah. Had to go through Dungeon, though, to do that, didn't you? Go through that stuff now, didn't you? Twice now. Oh, hold on a second here. What's this? There we go. That's better. And a little sunshine there. But anyways, the Killer finally got past his one round hump that he unfortunately went through or at least he lucked out in the sense that unfortunately Stingray just couldn't pull his 5-pointer. Is what it amounted to. It just goes to show he's that good of a player. He's good, really good enough player. It's just his he just has some unfortunate luck going into it. And from the way it's setting up, though, we might be seeing him again in the spectacular, possibly facing Jericho, and are setting up a match for that. I'm not against this. I would probably be rooting for Hauser, given the fact Jericho wouldn't bother to play for us. Serves you right. I mean, once Dungeon, always Dungeon, but since you didn't even get to play for us, I'm not even sure I should count it. You didn't give a man who actually has a wrestling background a fucking chance, who happens to be a friend to Roxy, by the way, when you're not talking about Schmoedown, at least. And also, so You know, you had something, man. And he knows the guy that trained you. That he was willing to help him out with his sister's birthday with it for some reason, which is a fun video you should check out. If you had, and I'm talking to anybody, not just Jericho at this point. Jeez. I had enough dungeon depression anyway. But yes, the killer did fine. But he's going to wind up going up against Janine the Machine. And again, but this time, I think Janine's, I don't know if Kalinowski's going to get past round 2 again. Because Janine's a different player. Because she almost beat your girl who would not have had a chance at that belt had even gotten the belt she's carrying. And we'd be talking about her being the one. And possibly talking about Janine holding that damn belt instead. Think about them apples. Other than that, I mean, plus you did start sort of talking shit on... You did good talking up my boy Smets. Because he does deserve that, you know. He didn't let up against you at the Spectacular. That's on you, by the way, when it came to that match. And you tried to prove yourself a little more. And yeah, it sucked that... I'm just glad you did it for Smash when you did beat him, and I'm happy for you in that regard. But that aside, here, I kind of want to see Janine have a little bit of a run, and then it's gonna suck if it goes up against one of my boys, or I think maybe Paige is gonna await. I'm trying to think who's Paige awaiting in her match. Oh yeah, the whatever's gonna happen at the undercard in New York. So, yeah, Paige won her match against Ben. It fucking sucks. But Ben at least got his 5. If only he managed to get his 3, I think it would have been a different story. I honestly think. Plus, things weren't as strong in round 1 for him, and he could have done better, I guess, too. But, yeah, I had this weird feeling it was going to happen. I didn't want it to believe it, and it bums me that he's possibly out of the potential title picture for the singles belt, which is why he needs to beat Paige. And I like you, Paige. I liked what little interactions we had, Paige. And, still best wishes to my birthday buddy who runs your faction. But, despite the rivalry we were seeming to have this season, even though we're still up higher in the standings than you guys, and we're going to keep it that way, unfortunately. But if we can at least get to where we need to for the team's belt, but it's still managing to put Dan back, making sure Dan gets where he needs to go, unless he goes into Janine, which if he beats Janine, which would be great because Janine finally gets a chance to face Dan Murrell. So that'd be some service the dungeon would love to have for you. Whether or not you will beat Dan is another story, if that comes to that. Though I would love, and my best wishes more so to you, Janine, against doing what you got to do to face the white bread that is Mike Kalinowski. But I'm just saying, because we need this for Janine. I need to see Janine. I feel bad for Janine having all this for so long. It's the few things involving the stars I can deal with right at this very moment. And I slightly feel very bad for them given their circumstances, with apparently your top 2 players literally retiring and one of your players possibly not even getting a chance to get that belt back if Molly does what she's supposed to do. And upset all y'all, which I know if it doesn't happen, it's expected. Well, Molly needs to have a shot to prove something. I mean, if Molly pulls it off, it'd be one hell of a thing to happen, I'm telling you. But yeah, good luck to you, Paige. Kind of made me a little angry. I don't want to be angry if Untouchables winds up beating the danger zone, because no, you're hitting the danger zone, and you're going to realize they are the ones that are going to be untouchable in this tournament, and will run this tournament like they did earlier this season. It'll be, I think, a much rougher go, because facing you guys, and then facing Old Guard, and then possibly, if things go over, possibly facing either Swag or Deception, because that's what I'm guessing is that bracket. Though I could weirdly see Chaos Theory beating Deception too, so it's up in the air with that, which I'm surprised they didn't bother to try with Corruption. I guess because they wanted him to focus on the belts, his belt. I think they just wanted to have them focus on their separate belts situation, because maybe Chance might actually get a chance to win. Get a chance to win his belt. Win that belt against Marisol, or Marisol could retain. Proof she's possibly one of the greats. Who knows? We'll see how that New York event goes. But yeah, Corruption, no matter what, is guaranteed points, and it sucks. First in a long while. Wish it was us with the dungeon, though, but whatever. It is what it is. Teams is the one I need Ben to win. I'm getting tired of him not winning that fucking belt, like everyone else in the army, and we fucking need it. We fucking need it, man. And since he's in the dungeon, we need it even more. Plus, Ben, being a 2-time teams champ, would definitely stick it more to Roka anyways. Despite my moments I've had with the Gucci verse. But anyways. Sorry to my boss man, I missed out on that little thing for that one-time return thing that we had, which was nice. But anyways. And it was just more of an intense back and forth, and it would have paid off more if... Yeah, and it sucks because now he's going to possibly... I don't want him to have that mentality carrying back in it. And coming the Patreon matchup, Ben, I'm definitely trying to... I don't know how we're going to do it, but I'm going to handwrite down some fucking questions. Hopefully not with my signature handwriting that most people can't read for some reason, but... Well, at least my cursive, anyway. But, yeah. At least I'm going to have at least 10 questions to ask you that'll pop up in my head. That I can come up with. Potentially on hand if I can sit down and do it. Amongst some other announcements that I might have to mention in Ben's thing tonight. And I didn't miss out on the action thing. I was talking with a buddy that I hadn't seen in a while. So, apologies to the army that didn't get to see me in the chats last night on the spoiler talk. So I don't know how Ben behaved there. I'll see how he does tonight on his return to the Monday show. So, regardless, that's my thoughts on what happened. No pay-per-view. I think this week we're supposed to, or it's the lot. Actually, yeah, I think it is. No, that's the following week. I think that there's got to be some kind of match going on this coming week. I mean, if not, it's fine. We still have the tournaments going on still, but... and I'm guessing what's going to happen now is teams will finally start up this month. So, what's going to happen is we'll probably have one match is going to be for... The one match we're having is Star Wars. The one match we're going to have now is... Because they're saving the finals for a pay-per-view, obviously, for this Inner Geekdom. And it being the undercard for the championship match for the IG title. So we'll have the IG figured out in one pay-per-view. Which I knew that was going to happen anyways. Which I don't know if it's a throwdown or a battlefield or a versus or what. If it's a versus, it's usually a one match. But if it's a battlefield or a throwdown, it's probably going to be two. That'll be more than likely. Yeah. So those are my thoughts. I wonder how Paige is going to take this, though. So I'm in a weird spot about this. But But no, I don't share trade secrets. I will never do that. Once dungeon, always dungeon. I will never betray my dungeon. But don't be surprised if for some reason next season, if Smash don't make it in the dungeon, that I wind up having to be in a bit of a pickle. Okay? Just to make that clear. Alright? Alright. Just don't get mad at me, boss man. So one time you can't. Because even deep down, you'll, despite all of it. Because that's, I don't even want corruption touching him. No. No. But anyways, I'm done with my rants. What did you guys think of the matches this past week? Leave a comment below, let me know. Rock that like button, thrust your mess. I think I need to put back, I wound up, I guess, eventually getting, I may have to bring back the GoFundMe. I wasn't sure if it's even up still, so I wasn't sure if I should put it up for anything or not, so I might try to do that again, I guess. We'll see. I might try to do that again, but we'll see what happens. But other than that, if you like this video, rock that like button with thrust if you must. Hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, click all to get all my notifications, please. If you want to see more of these videos. And also links in description to my, also like and follow me through the link in description to my Facebook page, as well as in the dungeon, home of the still one and only, currently at least still one and only, five-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world. Though former, but still the one and only 5-time champion of the world. Dangerous Dan Merle. Dan Merle. If you smell what the movie trivia Schmoedown rocks, Skybound Entertainment, and so on and so forth. And is cooking. Now, can you dig that, suckers? Because as far as I'm concerned, ooh yeah, dig it. Oh, speaking of Macho Man, apparently I just watched the Death Battle. For those who like Death Battle, sorry for spoilers, but Macho Man's in the next one. And he's facing the Kool-Aid Man. It's gonna be some funny shit. Just a little side note, because, Macho Man, you know how I am about it. So as far as I'm concerned with that, oh yeah!